Peace and love, YouTube. It's your boy, Cole Asher, and today we swagging on the Ephnel, dude. We out here swagging on this Super Saiyan Ephnel. That's basically what she is, dude. She's a Super Saiyan. So today I'm gonna show you how to go SSJ 4, dude. We're going full on monkey on our freaking Ephnel thing. We're gonna talk about damage rotations, skill placement, and our skill build. And I'm also going to provide you with an overall skill preset for Awakening, Super Saiyan, or Ephnel. Okay, so let's go ahead and hop in the game here, and let's get to it. Alright, so what we have here is my Ephnel sitting in training. This training is the best area to learn your rotation. I highly advise you to step into the training arena if you don't know your skill rotation yet. But I have perfected my Ephnel's actual skill build. I'm going to show you that first before I show you the skill preset. So Sonic Boom is going to be used off cooldown in order to get that attack speed bonus. That attack speed bonus is essential because Ephnel scales with attack speed and is able to do more attacks per skill. Skill combination, obviously, I'm gonna slot that to Awakening burst damage effect for Sonic Boom. Gives you an insane amount of total super armor break in comparison to the original skill. It gives you multiple super armor breaks on the other hits for this skill, and since it's on a 6-second cooldown, this is one of our main DPS skills, and it also increases DPS, like I said, at attack speed. The skill stab, again, you're going to be using off cooldown because it actually increases your damage. Has decent armor break, okay damage, right, for it to be so fast. It is a CC, so it's a combo starter skill. It's obvious this is a combo starter skill on a 15-second cooldown, you guys. But with the skill damage up, that's when we're getting the damage plus 10%. Increased damage for duration of 10 seconds. That increased damage is very, very nice. Field Octagon is just an amazing skill. It's uptime. It's basically you can use this every 15 seconds because it's on a 30-second cooldown, but it lasts 15 seconds. So you could have this on the map pretty much like pretty often. I'm just saying, let's say pretty often, right? The only thing about it is, see, once I get to my skill preset, I haven't been able to maximize the CDR on the skill, so Ephnel to me seems very skill cooldown reduction heavy. I'm not using the additional hit on Spirit Dance. This is due to SP reasons. It is very good. It's just not better than the skill damage up. Not better than the additional hits on Field Octagon. But Spirit Dance is an amazing skill. And to be honest, it's kind of preference between 1, 2, and 3. Well, this one I would say is mandatory. Between these two, I took these out over the additional effects in the later ones. You'll see as I go forward. Amazon's Hunt is a really great skill. On it max. The additional effects, this one scales with attack speed, so if you have an insane amount of attack speed, it's going to do really good damage. And this one scales for super armor break, because it gives you a javelin super armor break effect, and then it also increases damage depending upon how far away enemy. Angelic Stab, that's your aerial skill. You can actually chain the first turn right into Angelic Stab, and that's kind of what I do on my Ephnel. Anytime I do aerial skills, I'll reverse turn, and once that goes away, I'll angelic stab back down to the ground and continue my combos. Vicious Woodpecker, amazing skill, right? You want to use this, I want to say off cooldown if you can, like if it's in a fight and it's in a situation, you want to be using it off cooldown because of the massive amount of damage. I'm using it after my Sonic Boom, in actually skill priority, but you want the attack speed bonus after Sonic Boom because the more attack speed you have for the skill, the more damage you're going to be able to do, because obviously the more hits, the more consecutive pierces you get out with this. Obviously want all additional explosions, additional skill effects, because this skill is just, it's amazing. Overall, it's one of our main DPS skills, but it is situational. The thing is, it gives you a free reload, so again, increasing our damage because we're getting that reload buff. Key. Same thing with Amazon's Hunt, we're also getting a reload buff after the skill, so keep in mind those skills you don't want to cancel the animation. Support Call, amazing buff. Cooldown on it is really shit, so you have to put this at max CTR. Attack speed plus 4% every 4 seconds. Great. ER, it's giving you all those stats you need in order to increase damage, but Ephnel really scales hard with other Soulworkers because of these buffs she has. It's intro to all Soulworkers, but with the crit buff, with Lily, the attack buff, she would scale a lot harder using Support Call. Attack speed plus crit, obviously. Right? Combo Coil. I would not go for the paralysis. I would go for the just straight up super armor break damage. This skill does massive damage, but it's not really worth it to spec paralyze. Again, obviously this skill needs to be on max TDR. Has a very long cooldown. Same thing with Tornado, very long cooldown, 35 seconds compared to Ephnel's other skills with 20-second cooldowns. Amazing finisher skill. And you have first turn, you need to have max, it's your aerial skill, it's absolute must. Vertical clear, it's a range skill that has multiple hits on a 20-second cooldown. Skill is really fucking fun to use, but definitely want that max. Obviously it's another one of our main DPS skills because of the low cooldown and the massive damage for cooldown, and its range, AoEs, just a great skill. Supernova, actual main damage skill. This is our hardest hitting skill on F period, especially with skill overcharge. You damage enemies as you're charging the Supernova, and then you get an unlock limit self buff. Increases movement speed 150%, increases attack rate by 200% during this. Damages enemies while moving, then the unlock limit buff is applied immediately after the attack is finished. So you're just getting amazing damage buffs for using skill overcharge. Supernova, this is our main skill. You have to have this on max CR. Titans Massacre, another one of our main DPS skills. Doesn't do as much damage as Supernova, but it is on a slightly lower cooldown, and it has crazy super armor break. You can probably break most enemies super armor in the game. Penetrate most enemies armor in the game by using the skill. Definitely mobs. It does insane amount of damage. And here's where our passives come in, dude. No basic attacks. Basic attacks are just filler. Pretty useless on Ephnel. Need your right click max for SG recovery. Definitely want to make sure you're reloading on cooldown. It's also going to give you a passive buff, which increases your overall damage. So SG gain and damage gain from reload buff is key. We want Soul Strike Mastery. No points in these. Points in that. Dash, you want max. That way you can just have max move speed. You're going to get very punished on Ephnel if you don't have max full speed. That's tested. Power up attack speed and agility. Agility just increases overall speed, which is again very important for Ephnel. That way she can get in the fight as quick as possible. Attack speed, obviously she scales with attack speed. Everyone does. Extreme energy, that reload SG buff, dude. Again, I don't have to say much about it. It's just lock and key. Ephnel, getting that reload buff, dude. Nominal spear automatically recovers SG in a certain length. Not insanely noticeable, but it is noticeable. You get basic SG, or you get SG on basic attack, and you get SG when activating your Soul Strike for limit over motion. These are all mandatory, I would say. They're for SG, attack speed. Other passives are not as useful. You're gonna have to rock an MK2 to make up for the lack of stamina. Ephnel's really SP heavy, so there's not much room for variation in this build, you guys. Alright, and as far as skill presets, the reason I do my skill presets this way, because people are confused in this game. If I put something in slot 1 and 2, it's because it has a low enough cooldown that I don't need stage 3. This is a 20-second cooldown. This is a 20-second cooldown. This is a 20-second cooldown. This is a 6-second cooldown. This is a 30-second cooldown. I can't get around this one. I don't want to put my buffs anywhere else. This is a 15-second cooldown. So as you can see, all of my first line skills are all low cooldown. I don't need stage 3 on these. My goal is to get to stage 3 on my biggest damage hitting skills as quick as possible. My goal is to get to stage 3 on these hard hitting abilities as quick as possible. Because if I'm using stage 1, skipping into stage 3, that means I have more efficiency on these high damage skills. I can go right into a Swift Stab damage bonus into Titans Massacre. I can go right into a Spear Dance, 20-second cooldown, into a Supernova on a 45-second cooldown, which is gonna bring that down maybe to about 36 seconds with that 15% TDR. I can go right into a Javelin, into Ascending Tornado, which is gonna lower that cooldown. My goal is to be using these large damage hitting skills. These entry-level skills, I don't need them to have as much CDR. They're already fast cooldown. Again, that's why my build is set up this way. It's for rotational purposes. I need to be rotating my large damage skills. I don't need to worry about using a 20-second skill cooldown into a 15-second cooldown into my 45-second cooldown. I don't need to do that. I go straight into my 45-second cooldown and shit dies because I'm rotating my abilities correctly. That's one thing that a lot of Soulworkers I see are messing up on, dude. So, and like, I would like to see people stop making these mistakes. Your large damage is not coming from 20-second skill, 20-second cooldown skills. Your large damage is coming from your large CD skills. That's why they have large cooldowns. So that is what we need to be using in our rotation. If you're using them first in your rotation, you're not gonna get maximum CDR. So this damage spec is set for maximum CDR on our main rotation abilities, top row. Keep that in mind, guys. And as far as essence of priority, I will go Q into a Q combo, into a 3, into an E, into a C, into a Supernova. Honestly, you can start the fight with Supernova if you want as well. It's another variation. See, I already got my reload buff just from utilizing the correct combos. I like starting combos with Amazon Hunt because it gives me that reload buff. And then after I use Vicious Woodpecker, another reload buff, dude. So I could Q into a Vicious Woodpecker, into a C, into a supernova. Limit overcharge. My E is already back off cooldown. We can go Q, C, E. Another very good starter combo, but mainly I'm always starting combos with my Q because of the attack speed bonus and then the reload buff on Vicious Woodpecker, right? Once you dash in, the Vicious Woodpecker. We can go also into a 1 if we need big cleave, into a Titan's Massacre. Got that down to 35-second cooldown with a 15% CDR. So again, my Q is up. So the way that we're alternating combos in Ephnel is Sonic Boom, Vicious Woodpecker, into a Seed, into a Supernova combo. Limit Overcharge, back into a Q, into a Mamba's Coil combo. And lay my fear down, my field down into a 3, into a Tornado. Vicious Woodpecker is off cooldown again. We can right click. We're almost at our max reload buff. We use our E. We're back into to 1 more until max reload. We use Titan's Massacre. We have reload buff again. So we're alternating our skills, our main damage skills, while focusing on getting reload buff. And then after we get our reload buff, we want to be again using Sonic Boom on cooldown into Supernova, or Sonic Boom into Titan's Massacre with that reload attack damage buff, or Sonic Boom. Always keep your field octagon off cooldown, or you can Sonic Boom into a Tornado. But basically the way that my priority works in my skill build is it goes Q to outside Supernova, or Q to outside Titan's Massacre. And if you're on normal trash mobs, you can Q into Amazon's Hunt, into a Mamba's Coil. You can also do that to build your Sonic Booming into a Vicious Woodpecker, into Amazon's Hunt, to get your maximum reloads as quick as possible. So there's 3 routes for this build. That's the takeaway from my explanation. 3 rotational routes. 1 rotation, Sonic Boom, Vicious into Amazons, into Mambas. That is a good damage rotation, which will get you maximum reload. Or you could Sonic Boom, Vicious Woodpecker into a Spear Dance, into a Supernova. This is like maximum DPS, maximum burst rotation, and then you Sonic Boom into a Vicious Woodpecker, into a Swift Stab, into a Titan's Massacre. This is maximum like leave, because this Titan's Massacre is gonna activate slightly faster than Supernova. You want to save Supernova for large groups, or very tanky. So those are like the 3 routes I'm taking, and like I said, you can actually utilize Field Octagon as your combo. So if I Q in into a Vicious Woodpecker, I'm gonna be spamming 2, and then my Field Octagon comes off right at the end of my Vicious Woodpecker skill animation, and like I said, I drop the Field Octagon and I can go right into another combo. And that's kind of how I want to rotate my buff. So I won't really waste time using my buffs until I'm using it like after a skill. So I can Sonic Boom in again, Vicious Woodpecker, and right at the end of that, I can support call, right? Go in again, I can drop my Field Octagon into my Titan's Massacre combo, back into a Sonic Boom, into a Amazon's Hunt, into a Mamba's Coil, into a 3, into a Ascending Tornado, back into a Sonic Boom. I got Vicious Woodpecker up. I got reload buff. Also, make sure you don't reload after already using reload, because it doesn't work. But I have full reload buff now. I can Amazon's into a Swift Stab, into an Amazon's Hunt, back into a Sonic Boom, into a Vicious Woodpecker, into a Vertical Clear, into a Ascended Tornado, back into a Sonic Boom, into a Spear Dance, and most of my large skill are on cooldown at this point. And that is where cooldown reduction comes in handy on Ephnel. Currently I'm rocking Soul Vapor, 100% attack speed, hat percent, or attack speed, crit percent, crit damage, armor break, crit damage, attack, armor break. I'm wearing this set because it's almost perfect as compared to my AoV set. I will switch out once I get HX accessories on my Ephnel, but with these armor break attack speeds, I'm not getting the cooldown reduction that I need except for the set bonus. I have a 10% shorter cooldown, extra damage to bosses on this set, but I need more cooldown reduction as it is fairly low on my Ephnel. I'm also missing some cost, so, but yeah, with maximum cooldown reduction, we should be able to permanently keep up our third stage skills, but without more cooldown, you need these, absolutely need these to be on stage 3. Otherwise, you'll never have enough time to fully rotate your damage. Alright guys, it's been a great video. Thank each and every one of you for watching. Thank you for 3,000 subscribers. You guys are really fucking awesome. Happy we could reach that milestone so quickly. I have a lot more content coming this week. I'm going to be doing my Desire Awakening on my Ephnel very soon. So once again, thank you guys for your support, and I will see you very soon. Peace and love.